McIsaac comes up is race number 4 in your program. 7 horses to contest that event. Stash It Away, Zendaya Cougar Beach, Mitch, Brumby, Fernhill Gusto, all the way to Cardigan and JJ Xavier. So what a great field in the first elimination. Of course, Stash It Away comes in with the hot hand. Of course, 2 wins in a second out of his 3 starts starting off this season. Zendaya Cougar Beach coming off a win in 155 flat. Brumby, a lot of people know from around here. He's raced here a bit over the last couple seasons. He's had good luck here. And Fernhill Gusto as well, coming off of a win in 154 and 4, Maritime Breeders action, and all the way to Cardigan as well. Winner of already over in excess of 18,000 this year with 4 wins out of his 5 starts. Great field to contest that first elimination for sure of 7. And then, of course, we go to the last elimination of the evening, which is race number 7. It's a full field of 8. Great horses here in this one. Big Time Brawler, KC Starlight, Orr's Terror, Woodmere Jazz, Fernhill General, How Maximus, Soul Assassin, and Woodmere Denver. So what a great field to end out the card. Of course, we'll be looking for the top 4 coming out of that one to advance to next week's final. 2 New Brunswick owned fillies in the 2 and the 3 spot with KC Starlight, Orr's Terror leaving 2 and 3. Local horse Big Time Brawler is leaving on the rail for Dr. Mitch Downey. The other filly in the race is Woodmere Jazz, who's got 2 wins to her record this year and $10,000 in the bank. Fernhill General, definitely a big standout. The Earl Smith barn, he is here today. He is going to probably be likely close to the morning line or the post favorite in that one. So a great field of horses definitely to end out the card here in the Barry McIsaac second elimination. That'll be 7th race of the day. Pick 5's back today, ladies and gentlemen, from a wagering standpoint, guaranteed $500 going into that pool here this afternoon. Starts off in race number 3. You got a couple races to get your selections in on that one. Again, starting in race number 3 through the end of the program. Pick 5, guarantee a 500. Popular bet here this year at EPR, so you can do some handicapping and get in on that action as well. So thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Colleen's out with the elements. She's undercover with her barbecue. She's back today. Hey, that's not going to make the burgers and dogs taste any different. You can come down and get one from her for sure. Scott Bernard's walking around selling 50-50 tickets, getting a little wet there this afternoon, so he's earning his money today. But make sure you get a 50-50 from Scotty and for the NBSBOA. So if you're here, which a lot of people be in your vehicles with the rainy conditions, tune in to on our FM dial 98.3. You can also wager right on your mobile device at hpibet.com. But we do have a wagering window open here, downstairs, outside the booth, upstairs, in the sulky room, over the back stretch at the Horseman's Canteen, of course, self-serve upstairs as well. So it's great to be here with you today. 19 minutes to post for race number 1. And then all starters will be out in track in about 10 minutes. And when they do, we'll come back and do a little handicapping for you and see if we can start off this first race of the day with a winner.
In the barn area. For a meeting with the starter on today's track conditions. And all drivers participating in today's racing report to the starter in the paddock area to go over the starting procedures for today's race with the inclement weather. And right now, 18 minutes now for race number 1. 18 minutes. Race 1 daily double. Also featuring exactor wagering, win, and place. Please note, no show betting. Also triactor betting here on race number 1. And there are no changes in your first race of the afternoon. This afternoon's races, of course, are conducted under the rules and regulations of the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. And Dylan Allain is your senior judge here this afternoon, along with judges Bob Wallace and Ed Smith. So again, race number 1 now 18 minutes. And for those of you just tuning in for race number 2, there is a change to affect your daily double wagering. Number 4, Theodore J. Down, make the driver Gilles Barrio. Also adding a nose lip on number 4, Theodore J. Down, for an equipment note. Also number 3, Cocan Harry, will be adding go straights for an equipment change in the second race. Now about 17 minutes to post, and again, the drivers have been asked to meet with the starter before the event. As those of you watching online can tell, we've got some inclement weather here this afternoon at Exhibition Park Raceway. So just want to have a meeting with the drivers just before we get today's action underway. And as Curtis mentioned, 50-50 tickets are on sale supporting the Horsemen's Association. The draw will be coming up a little bit later on in the program. Also like to welcome those of you watching online with us here this afternoon. You can grab your free race program at horseracingnb.com. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And taking a look at our top 3 selections coming up for race number 1. And we're pretty much on board with number 3, Brookdale Seb. All 3 of us, myself, Curtis, and Gerard Smith, going with number 3, Brookdale Seb. 1 Miss Contour for second. Then Kurt and I both going with number 5, Silent Movie Star, to round out the top 3. And Gerard throwing Nanny Bernice in for the show spot in race number 1. So again, pari-mutuel windows open and selling. We have 15 minutes now to post time on Barry O'Mackaysick Day here at Exhibition Park Raceway. And of course, race number 1, the New Brunswick Breeders' Stake for 2-year-old colts and fillies, 11,500 on the line. And we may be just a few minutes late getting the horses out, depending on how quick the meeting goes with the drivers just before our race card with the sloppy and rainy conditions here at Exhibition Park. So we'll keep you updated on that. But right now, 14 minutes to post on race number 1. Now down to 12 minutes for race 1, 12 minutes to post time. And keep in mind with the Barrio McIsaac stake here this afternoon, the top 4 finishers from today's Barrio McIsaac eliminations will move on to the final next Saturday, July the 9th, for a substantial purse, to say the least, over $40,000 up for grabs next Saturday afternoon in the final. So the eliminations, extremely important to say the least. The top 4 finishers from each will advance to next week's rich final, over $40,000 next week here at Exhibition Park Raceway. And just another note before race number 1, we'll be parading the horses for each and every race with about 5 minutes on the board. So make sure you're in early. If you're betting here on site at Exhibition Park Raceway, make your wagers early as possible. We'll be going to post right on time. And again, the starters will come out with about 5 minutes to post on the betting board. So again, wager early here this afternoon. Don't be left out. Race number 1 features the New Brunswick Breeder Stake for 2-year-old colts and fillies, going for a purse of $11,500. We've got a field of 5, and again, we'll bring them out with 5 minutes. And we're down to 7 minutes wagering time remaining on race number 1, our first of 7 races here at Exhibition Park Raceway. And again, we'll bring them out for each and every race at about the 5-minute mark for post parades here this afternoon with the inclement weather. And again, those of you tuning in or just tuning in to us here, race number 1, no changes. Race number 2, we do have a driver change in the second half of your daily double. Number 4, Theodore J. Down will be driven by Gilles Barrio. Race 2, number 4, Theodore J. Down. Gilles Barrio will drive. That's the second race on the afternoon. So again, 6 minutes now to post on race number 1, our first of 7 live dashes on this Saturday afternoon. Also wanted to pass along, the judges have rated today's track condition at this point to 4-second variant. 4-second variant on race number 1 here, and the rain has subsided a bit here in St. John, brightening up a little bit, so hopefully as we go along here this afternoon, the track condition will improve, but again, right now rated at 4-second variant for the first race. And the starters for race number 1 leaving the barn area now. We'll have post parade for you in just a moment. sitting at just 2 minutes, but of course, a slight delay here getting race number 1 away. Post parade will be coming up in just a moment. And we welcome to the racetrack the starters of race number 1, the New Brunswick Breeder Stakes for 2-year-old colts and fillies, a purse of $11,500. The 1 is Miss Contour, a daughter of Shadow Play, owned by David and Matt Bird of Stratford, Don McNeil of Stanhope, Prince Edward Island, bred by the Charlotte Ranch. David Dowling drives from post 1. The 2 is Lazarium, owned by Dr. Mitch Downey, trained by Ellen Stevenson. Mitch Downey driving, the son of Lazarus, bred by Mike Downey. 3 is Brookdale Seb, owned by Doug Pauley Sr. and Jr., Bernard McCollum driving, son of Shadow Play, bred by the Charlotte Ranch here in New Brunswick. 4 is Nanny Bernice, owned by Janice Hubbard, bred by Janice Hubbard and trained by Janice. Wayne Hubbard drives, the 2-year-old daughter of Art Speak will leave from post 4, Wayne Hubbard. And the 5 is Silent Movie Star, owned by Jen Ritchie of Kingston, Wayne Watson of St. John, the daughter of Stonebridge Terror, trained by Wayne Watson, bred by the Southfield Farms. A field of 5 for race number 1, and your betting options: Daily Double, races 1 and 2. Also, Win and Place, Exactor, and Triactor. And for a look at the starters and a quick synopsis on this afternoon's first race, we'll send it down to Curtis Johnston.
Thank you, Scott. And with starters on track for our first race of the day, going to start her off with a bang here with the NB Breeders 2-year-old colt filly leg 1, $11,500 purse. On screen right now is my top selection, Brookdale Seb. As Scott mentioned, the son of Shadow Play. Comes in off of a qualifying effort in Truro on June the 19th. Nice qualifier, 2:02 and 4. Check out that last quarter, 28 and 3. He is owned by Doug Pauley of Amherst, Nova Scotia, bred by the Charlotte Ranch. Pooker McCollum comes to St. John today. He does the training and driving on this 2-year-old, looking to make his debut. Heavy favorite on the board right now. The public likes him, and rightly so, off of that queue line. 1-9, currently dead favorite on the board. On screen now is your rail starter. Miss Contour comes in off a qualifying effort as well. Hers was in Charlottetown on June the 25th. She was a winner in her qualifier as well. Just tick faster than Brookdale Seb at 2, 2, and 3. A nice closing quarter, 29 and 4 on the end. Won her qualifier by 3 lengths. The superstar is in town. Dave Dowling, he trains the 2-year-old daughter of Shadow Play, owned by David Mapberk, Stratford, Donnie McNeil Jr. of Stanhope. She was bred by the Charlotte Ranch RG McGroup. So she is your rail starter, 5-2, second choice, co-second choice on the board. Miss Contour, rail control. We'll see how she makes out, but I put her in second spot behind Brookdale Seb, who currently is still your favorite at 1-9. There's your 5-entry Silent Movie Star on screen now, making her debut. She's racing out of the Wayne Watson stable. Wayne will handle the driving duties. This 2-year-old daughter of Stonebridge Terror made her debut in a qualifying effort here June 11th at EPR in 2:09 and 4. Nice closing quarter on her as well, 30 and 2. She has the outside post 5 to work with. We'll see if she makes a late rally or what Wayne decides to do behind the gate with that outside spot. Current value play on the board right now. Nice odds at 29 to 1.
Last chance at the mutuals here. Your final chance. The starters are gathering on the backstretch. Hurry in, just waiting on one warm-up horse to clear the track here, and then we'll be all set for race number 1.
Quick recap of the odds before they go to the gate. We have Miss Contour, the rail starter, at 3 to 1. Lazarium, the 2-horse, 32 to 1. Brookdale Seb holding steady as your 1 to 9 favorite. 3 to 1 on the 4, Nanny Bernice. And value play on the outside as well. Silent Movie Star at 32 to 1. Starters are starting to gather on the backstretch. Last chance to wager here on race 1. And the starters are moving into position. Field of 5 to contest the event. MB Breeders, 2-year-old Colton Filly, going for $11,500. Going to kick off a Saturday afternoon here at Exhibition Park Raceway, Barry O'Macaisic Elimination Day. Great way to get this card started. A little rainy here in the Port City, but we're ready to get underway. Gate is in the position. Wings open, wheels are rolling. First time today, we'll send it up to my partner, Scott Waddell, handling the race calls today. Take her away, Scotty, race number 1.
Thank you very much, Curtis. It's Barry O'Macaisic Day here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and we start things off with the New Brunswick Breeder Stakes. 2-year-old pacing colts and fillies behind the gate on this Saturday, July the 2nd program, a field of 5. Approaching the top of the stretch, Miss Contour, David Dowling, Lazarium with Dr. Mitch Downey. Leaving 3 is Brookdale Seb, Bernard McCullum, Nanny Bernice from post 4, Wayne Hubbard. Outside, Silent Movie Star and Wayne Watson. And off stride, the 3, Brookdale Seb. Off end pacing, and that'll leave Dowling on his own early on as Miss Contour goes out to take the early lead. Lazarium using the favorable post up the inside, and on the outside now grabbing second. That's Nanny Bernice giving chase early as they pass the opening 8. That's Dowling with Miss Contour on top, and Wayne Hubbard takes a seat in the 2-hole, racing second with Nanny Bernice. Lazarium back in 3rd. Then we have Silent Movie Star, and after the break, he's recovered, though, at the back of the field. Brookdale Seb, after an opening quarter, 32 and 4. And it's Miss Contour, the daughter of Shadow Play, on top a length and a quarter. And sitting out second is Nanny Bernice, and has a great trip. On the outside, here comes Silent Movie Star. First up move from a 3rd. Then Brookdale Seb will follow the cover and has caught the field, and trailing Lazarium. And again, the quarter, 32 and 4. They were at the half, 107. Into the turn, Miss Contour. And Dave Dowling looking to go all the way here in the New Brunswick Breeder Stake. Chasing Nanny Bernice up on the outside and getting fired up. That is Brookdale Seb. Racing back in 4th, Silent Movie Star. And trailing Lazarium onto the 3/4, and Dowling has your leader, Miss Contour, past the 3/4 pole, and she's looking good. 137 and 3. She stepped it up a notch. 30 and 3 in the 3rd panel. And racing second is Nanny Bernice. Brookdale Seb back in third. We've got an eighth of a mile to go now. Off the turn for home. And your leader is Miss Contour. She's been there all the way on the outside and giving chase late, coming on Nanny Bernice. But it's David Dowling coast to coast in the MB Breeder Stakes. In for second, Nanny Bernice. And for third, Brookdale Seb, despite making the break, finishing third. The mile in 2:09. 2:09 here in race one. The winner, Miss Contour, daughter of Shadow Play, takes the New Brunswick Breeder Stakes. And we'll welcome her back to the winner's circle in just a few moments here in race one.
And Miss Contour going right down the road in her career debut, going wire to wire in the MB Breeders 2-year-old colt and filly division. As you can see her on screen now, Dave Dowling sitting chilly on her, sitting down through the stretch. Comfortable splits of 32 and 4, 107 flat, 137 and 3, and she breaks her maiden here today in fine style in the NB Breeders 2-year-old colt and filly division. We will see them back in the winner's circle coming up next.
Back to the winner's circle now. Your unofficial winner of race number one. Number one, Miss Contour. 2-year-old daughter of Shadow Play. Out of the Rock and Roll Hanover Dam, Raquel. Owned by David and Matt Burke of Stratford. And Don McNeil of Stanhope, Prince Edward Island. Bred by the Charlotte Ranch and RG McGroup Limited of New Brunswick. David Dowling both trains and drives. The daughter of Shadow Play. She went right to the front. Gate to wire effort here this afternoon, taking the New Brunswick Breeder Stakes. So congratulations all around to David Dowling, trainer driver, along with owners David and Matt Burke, Don McNeil of Stanhope, breeder the Charlotte Ranch in the RG McGroup Limited, the winner of the 2-year-old New Brunswick Breeder Stakes. Congratulations. And the result of race number one now is gone official. Race one official, Miss Contour, your race winner. Lazarium was fifth. Brookdale Seb, third. Nanny Bernice finished second. And Silent Movie Star, fourth. They're at the quarter 32 and 4. Half in 107. 3/4, 137 and 3. And the mile in 2:09. Across the board, Miss Contour pays $6.90 and $4. $4.50 on Nanny Bernice to place. The exactor 13.20. That's a 1-4 combination, 13.20. And the $2 triactor, 1, 4, and 3, $40.50. Card should read 15324. And again, congratulations to the winner. Miss Contour takes the New Brunswick Breeder Stake for 2-year-old pacing colts and fillies for David Dowling here in the first. Looking ahead now to race number 2, number 4, Theodore J. Down. Make the driver Gilles Barrio. Also, an equipment note, we'll add a nose lip on Theodore J. Down. And number 3, Cocan Harry, an equipment adjustment as well. We'll add go straights this afternoon. Race number 2, now down to 9 minutes. 9 minutes. And again, we'll bring the horses out each and every race at about the 5-minute mark. So make sure that you're in nice and early for your better betting options here if you're on site with us this afternoon. And also for those of you playing at home through HPI Bet or at one of our teletheater locations as well here today. Race 2, 8 minutes away. And don't forget, 50/50 tickets are available this afternoon in support of the Horsemen's Association. And that draw will be coming up later on in the program. So 50/50 tickets are on sale and selling. You can see Scott Bernard, the gentleman who looks after the History of Exhibition Park podcast. And if you haven't checked that out, go to YouTube and join the channel. All kinds of history of Exhibition Park Raceway, lots of races on there, some interviews with some of the past stars of Exhibition Park Raceway, so some great things on there. And again, you can find it on YouTube, the History of Exhibition Park Raceway podcast, available on YouTube. And don't forget to follow Horse Racing New Brunswick on all the social media platforms, including our official fan page on Facebook. Also, Courtney McKay doing an outstanding job on Instagram and even TikTok. So again, check out Exhibition Park Raceway on your social media platforms. There's a look at our top 3 selections coming up for race number 2, and we're all on board number 1. Brookdale Johnny, a second-time starter from the Doug Pauly stable. And for second, I've gone to number 2, Salisbrook Ripper. And for third, going with Cocan Harry, Kurt has gone to the 1, Brookdale Johnny, over number 3, Cocan Harry, and Theodore J. Down for third, and Gerard going the exact same way. And don't forget as well tonight, for those of you who enjoy racing from Red Shores, 6:30 post time tonight from Red Shores. Beautiful Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island tonight. Post time getting away at 6:30. And they've got an 11-dash program tonight. All kinds of simulcast betting this afternoon here at Exhibition Park Raceway during and after our live racing. And if you're just joining us online, you can grab a free program at horseracingnb.com. And also follow along with Kurt's picks. And as always, you can bet our program this afternoon through HPI Bet. If you don't have an account, simply visit hpibet.com. Easy to set up on your mobile device or on your laptop or iPad, whatever you have. And you can follow along and wager on this afternoon's races. Starters for the second should enroll Hanover for Bernard McCullum, and we'll see him and three others on the racetrack in just a moment for race number 2, second half of your daily double, along with Exactor, Win and Place, Triactor Betting. Starters for race number 2 leaving the barn area, and post parade will be coming up next for the second race. Right now showing 3 minutes for wagering. A little bit of a weather update here in St. John. Not raining currently, so we're hoping for a little bit drier track as the day goes on here. And the 4 starters have made their way to the racetrack here. And parading at the end of the field, number 1, Brookdale Johnny. He's owned by Doug Polly Jr. and Sr. with Bernard McCullum, both training and driving from post 1. We'll let the camera find number 2, Salzbrook Ripper. Salzbrook Ripper, owned by Miles Heffernan. He does the training and the driving. 3, Kokan Harry, owned by Euless Gallant. He does the training. Jerry Gallant will drive this afternoon from post 3. And then number 4, Theodore J. Down. Note the driver change. Gilles Barrio now drives for owner Steve Downey of Quispam from post position number 4. And an equipment note, number 4, Theodore J. Down will add a nose lip this afternoon, and Kokan Harry in this race as well, number 3. He's adding go straights. So we'll send it down to Curtis Johnston, and he'll take a quick look at the starters here in race number 2.
Thank you, Scott. And yes, starters are on track for our second race of the afternoon, second half of your daily double. On screen right now, top selection, as Scott mentioned, heavy favorite on the board, 1-9, rightly so. Good start out for the 2-year-old son of Rockin' in Heaven. Pooker McCollum trains and drives the 2-year-old, and we're going to see him up today. He's got rail control here, short horse field of 4, but of course he will be taking the bulk of the support, I would assume, from the public, and he is your current favorite right now at 1-9. Kokan Harry on screen now. I put him in my second selection. He's the value player right now on the board with no tickets sold, but he comes in today off of a 5th place finish in his most recent. He's hit the ticket in 3 of 6 this year, so that's why I like him to catch a piece. He had gotten 3 top 3s in a row in the back end of May and earlier this month before a 4th and a 5th place finish. Gerard Gallant took over the driving duties of this fella last time out over Euless, and Gerard will drive again today. 5-year-old son, a roll with it, Harry. I like the position post 3. Shouldn't be back too far with the short horse field, and we'll see if he can rally to get a piece of this ticket here again this afternoon. And current value play, no ticket sold. On screen now, local horse Theodore J. Down. He comes into this race off of a sixth place finish most recently. He's made a couple breaks early on in two of his last three starts. We'll see if he can get that smoothed out here today. Of course, as you can see, that's not Steve Mason in the bike. That is Gilles Barrio. And we'll see if what Gilles can do with this 3-year-old son of Malicious. See if he can improve him, keep him flat line, and brush him late. And not a bad value on him right now with Barrio in the bike. If you're looking for a play other than Brookdale Johnny. Good odds right now, currently 10-1.
Starters called the horses here in the second race. Hurry in if you wish any part. Gathering on the backstretch. Your final chance for a ticket. Race number 2.
I'll recap the odds right quick before they go to the gate. Brookdale Johnny 2-5, Salisbrook Ripper 7-1, Cocan Harry now down taking some light money at 6-5, and Theodore J down at 5-1. Gate is in position. Starters are right there with them. Wings open, wheels are rolling. Second time today. We'll send it upstairs to Scott Waddell with the race call.
Thank you very much, Curtis. The second race starters behind the gate. Second of 7 races on this Saturday afternoon program. Presented by Horse Racing New Brunswick. Field of 4. Brookdale Johnny and Bernard McCullum. Salisbrook Ripper and Miles Heffernan. Cocan Harry, post 3, and Gerard Gallant. Outside, number 4, Theodore J. Down and driver Gilles Barrio. 4 across the racetrack, race 2 of the afternoon. Here they come. They're off and pacing the quick stepping. Salisbrook Ripper rips off the gate here this afternoon. He's got control into the first turn. Then getting away second, Brookdale Johnny. Cocan Harry settles back in third. And racing fourth, Theodore J. Down can see them all. Up the backstretch on way to the opening quarter. Miles Heffernan has pointed Salisbrook Ripper to the lead. Leading by about 6 lengths here. Brookdale Johnny racing second. Then back third, Cocan Harry and Theodore J. Down unhurried from fourth. On opening quarter, 30 and 3/5, and Miles Heffernan playing Catch Me If You Can, and he's out by about 10 lengths now. Brookdale Johnny racing second. Then gapped out third, Cocan Harry. Theodore J. Down there, of course, single file. And Salisbrook Rippers ripping a front-end effort here as they come in front of the judges' stand. First time around, led by Salisbrook Ripper, the 3-year-old son of Big Jim. He's over the half. 1:02 and 2 into the paddock turn. Salisbrook Ripper, but they're starting to eat away at the lead. Racing second, Brookdale Johnny. Back third, Cocan Harry and Theodore J. Down still trails. Onto the 3/4 they go. And it's Salisbrook Ripper, but he's getting leg tired already. And coming to him quickly is Brookdale Johnny. And they're neck and neck now past the 3/4. 1:33 and 4 as they round the turn. On the inside, Salisbrook Ripper. Outside, Brookdale Johnny. They are neck and neck with 1/8 of a mile to go. Theodore J. Down now third. Cocan Harry off the turn for home. On the outside, Brookdale Johnny takes a lead. Salisbrook Ripper and then battle now for second. As they hit the wire, it's going to be all Brookdale Johnny. Cocan Harry slid in nice in between horses. Got the deuce. Theodore J. Down and Salisbrook Ripper finished last. Time for the mile, 2:08.
And Salisbrook Ripper was sent down the road early by Miles Heffernan this afternoon to the splits of 30-3, 1-0-2-2. He had a good lead for a while, but then they started to close in up the backstretch. And as you can see now, getting down the home stretch, Brookdale Johnny was Johnny on the spot and was able to pounce and come for his first career victory in 2:08 flat. As you can see him under the wire, Cocan Harry up for deuce, Theodore J down for the 3 in an ice cold 1-3-4 triactor in race number 2.
Returning to the winner's circle, your unofficial winner of race number 2. It's number 1, Brookdale Johnny, 2-year-old son of Rockin' in Heaven. Out of the Shadow Play mare, Brookdale Gia. Owned by Doug Polly, Jr. and Senior of Amherst, Nova Scotia. Bernard McCollum, both trains and drives the handsome son of Rockin' in Heaven. And he returns a winner this afternoon. It's a maiden record for him over the off track, 2:08. Congratulations, Brookdale Johnny takes the second race. The mile this afternoon, a maiden record, 2:08. Result of race 2 now official. Race number 2 has gone official. Brookdale Johnny, your race winner. Salisbrook Ripper was 4th. Cocan Harry, 2nd. And Theodore J. Down finished 3rd. Race times are at the quarter, 30-3, and Salisbrook Ripper ripping that opening half, 1:02-2. The 3/4 was reached, 1:33-4. And the mile, 2:08, a maiden effort for number 1, Brookdale Johnny, the son of Rockin' in Heaven, scores a maiden record this afternoon. The mile, 2:08. Pays are up, and Brookdale Johnny pays $2.40 and $2.10. Cocan Harry, 2nd, $2.70 to place. Your exactor, 1 and 3, $14. Triactor, 1, 3, 4, $8.80. And your daily double, 1 and 1. Easy as that, $7.70. Daily double, $7.70. Brings us up to race number 3. It's an open pace and trot condition pacers with a field of 4, and number 4 Roland Peg for this afternoon. You can add knee boots on number 4 Roland Peg in the upcoming 3rd race. Race 3 featuring exactor, win and place. Don't forget, start of your pick 5 wagering. Also, triactor, win and place. Purse of $2,000, condition pacers. Post time in 9 minutes. And again, the Barry McIsaac eliminations are coming up. Starting in race number 4. $6,000 elimination heats this afternoon. races 4 and 7. On today's program, of course, the top 4 finishers advance to next week's final of the Barry McIsaac 2022 edition. And the purse, we can tell you, it'll be greater than $40,000 for the final. So what a fantastic week we're going to have here next week. We'll have 8 finalists back next Saturday afternoon for the final on July the 9th. So the 4th race is the first elimination of the afternoon. First, though, race 3 is up next. Post time in about 6 minutes. Want to mention again, this is the start of your Pick 5, so make sure you get in on the Pick 5 wagering available here today, races 3 through 7, so you want to get in on the Pick 5 this afternoon, starting up next with race number 3. There are our top 3 selections on race number 3 from your handicappers. And number 1, Elm Grove Quest, taking all the action in the win column. Both myself, Curtis, and Gerard have picked number 1, Elm Grove Quest, in the upcoming 3rd. I've gone to Hall of a Ride for 2nd, Rollin' Peg for 3rd, and Electric Sill, as Curtis calls him, the senior citizen of the field. Certainly no offense there. He's gone to him for 2nd and for 3rd, Rollin' Peg. We welcome now the starters of race number 3 to the racetrack, led by number 1, Elm Grove Quest. Owned by Norm Legier and Alan Jones of Riverview. Alan Jones trains, Todd Trites drives. 2 is Electric Sill, owned by Andrea Renison, Clarissa Mahar. Trained by George Renison, Corey McPherson in the driver's seat. 3 is Hall of a Ride, the trotting entry, owned and trained by Janice Hubbard. John Davidson does the driving. And number 4, Rollin' Peg, owned by Dale and Robert Orr. Gord White trains, Mark Haig drives, and adds knee boots as an equipment change on number 4, Rollin' Peg. There's your field for race number 3, a field of 4 conditioned trotters and pacers for this event. We'll send it downstairs, and Curtis will have a look at his top 3 selections.
And starters on track for our 3rd race of the afternoon. 5 minutes to post. Scott had mentioned Pick 5, the beginning of the Pick 5. Ladies and gentlemen, guaranteed $500 today. Get in on that wager. It starts right now, race number 3. On screen right now is my top selection. On Elm Grove Quest, the 3-year-old daughter of Roll With It Harry, comes in off of a 2nd place finish. Most recently in Summerside last week. A nice mile for her, 1:59 and 2. And I'll tell you, kudos to Alan Jones, as this filly's been getting steadily better each and every week. And she's got the 1 win to her credit out of her 7 starts, but she's hit the board in 5 of 7. And like I say, she looks like she's getting a little stronger each and every week. She's got rail control here today. Todd Trites is familiar with the filly. He's driven her 3 times on the card, including her win here at EPR in 2:02 flat. So I like her today. Off the rail control. Figure Todd will protect that position and look if she can go right down the road to her 2nd win of the season. Currently 2nd choice on the board. She is at 4-5. On screen now is my 2nd selection, Electric Sill. The teenage son of Electric Stena comes in off of a sixth-place finish most recently in Churro. Last time out over a good track. Paced a nice mile for him, 1:59.1. The old veteran pacer has finished third once out of his 4 starts this season. Comes in here today. He's got the short horse field to work with. Post 2, Corey McPherson handles the driving duties for trainer George Redison, owner Andrea Renison, closer Mahar, Lower Sackville. And we'll see the old boy see what he can do today against some this younger group, as I had mentioned in the picks about his age adding up to more than the rest of his competitors. But hey, he's a classy pacer. 49 lifetime wins, looking for number 50. Be great if he was to get it today. He's currently right now good odds on him as well. He's right in the middle at 2-1 on the board currently. On screen now is Roland Peg. She is the value play on the board currently. She comes in off of a third place effort most recently here at EPR in 2:01.1. She has not missed the board this season, 6 for 6 with 3 wins and 3/3. Regular pilot Mark Haig is above the wheels today for trainer Gordy White, owner Dale Orr and Robert Orr of Oak Bay. 5-year-old daughter of Vera Darrow Hanover. Some nice odds on her for a mare that's three wins out of her 6 and hasn't missed the board. Nice value if you're looking for somebody other than the favorite. Roland Peg currently 10-1.
Now less than 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining here on race number 3. And number 4, Roland Peg, as Kurt mentioned, longest shot on the board right now, 10-1. 10-1. And Roland Peg, like Kurt said, has not missed the board so far in 2022. Much improved over last year. And she gets Mark Haig in the driver's seat from post position number 4. And looking good on the odds board, 10-1 right now. As the starter is beckoned. The horses here for race number 3, so hurry in if you wish any part in race number 3, an Elm Grove Quest at even money right now. And they love betting the trotter here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and why not? He hasn't missed the board as well since showing up here at Exhibition Park Raceway. 2 wins, a second and a third in 4 outings. And nice to see the trotter here, and he puts on a show each and every week, and a nice win there last week. And the bettors love him again, 3-5 right now. He's gone off the favorite last 3 starts here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and it's between him and number 1 Elm Grove Quest, it appears, on the tote board as your top choice as they're getting set.
Recap the odds real quick before they go to the gate. Elm Grove Quest, your rail starter at even money. Electric Sill, the veteran, at 2-1. As Scott mentioned, hell of a ride, the trotter. The favorite at 3-5. Still the value is the outside Roland Peg at 10-1. Race 3 going behind the gate. Wings open, wheels are rolling. Scotty, take her away. Race number 3.
Thanks again, Kurt. Field of 4, top of the stretch here for race number 3. We have Elm Grove Quest, Todd Trites, Electric Sill, and Corey McPherson.
At 2-1, as Scott mentioned, hell of a ride, the trotter, the favorite.
They're off and pacing. Good start in this one. Elm Grove Quest to the inside, getting away Electric Sill, the veteran, quickly. Takes the lead away into the first turn, Electric Sill. Then Elm Grove Quest takes the pocket journey in second. Getting away third, the trotter, Hull of a Ride, as they've got an 1/8 of a mile in. Then racing back in fourth, it's Roland Peg that goes single file to that opening quarter station, and the veteran pacer, Electric Sill, the son of Electric Sa, takes them by the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Racing second, Elm Grove Quest. She's getting a nice trip here for Trites. in the 2-hole. Then Hall of a Ride. Watch for Davidson. He's going to make a move here. And there he goes out from third. Roland Peg trails fourth. 3/8 off the turn and through the stretch. And they're going to come in front of the judges' stand first time around in your leader, Electric Sill. Hall of a Ride on the outside, racing second. They were halfway home in a snappy minute and 4/5, 30-4 in that second quarter. Corey McPherson still has Electric Sill on top. On the outside, Hall of a Ride racing second. Elm Grove Quest right there third. Roland Peg not off. About 4 lengths off in fourth as they go to the 3/4 and going to the lead now. Hall of a Ride, and he's got the top now. The trotter is taken over. Elm Grove Quest shaking loose. 1:31-4 is in the books, and the trotter Hall of a Ride out by 2. Elm Grove Quest second. Still third, Roland Peg, 1/8 of a mile to go. And Johnny D has the trotter on top. Hall of a Ride in deep stretch. Elm Grove Quest second. Roland Peg on to third. Elm Grove Quest makes a bid to the inside, but Hall of a Ride goes a hall of a mile here over the sloppy conditions here this afternoon. The trotter gets it done. And how about this? Through the slop, he'll grab a new lifetime best. 2:04. Hall of a Ride. And what a trip for the trotter here today. New record for him, 2:04. And we'll welcome him back to the winner's circle in just a moment. And Kurt, what a trip here for number 3, Hall of a Ride. And Johnny likes to get him going early. And I seen that he was going to make a move there past the quarter pole. And he just rolled on.
Absolutely, Scott. As you can see on screen now, Johnny got out and moving as he likes to do with the trotter. He likes to give him all the racetrack he needs to work with, and there was some snappy fractions up front for him to chase, set by the veteran of 30 flat, 1 and 4/5, pretty fast half over the sloppy conditions, 3/4 and 1:31-4. He cleared the lead. Looked like there was going to be a late challenge for Elm Grove Quest coming up the inside, as you can see in the slow motion replay, getting down to the wire. But Hell of a Ride was not to be denied. He picks up another win, his 3rd of the year, and as Scott said, a new mark over the slop of 2:04 flat. Congratulations to the connections of Hell of a Ride, and we will see them back in the winner's circle. Coming up next.
Well, it's definitely been a hell of a ride for Janice Hubbard, who brought this trotter home with her after some years away from Exhibition Park Raceway. I believe it's 22 years since Janice has been back to Exhibition Park Raceway, and she's back home and brought this trotter, son of Angus Hall, out of the Royal Strength Dam, Royal Missy. She owns, bred, and trains this beautiful looking trotter, and he's been a story here at Exhibition Park Raceway. Been a while since we've had a trotter here grace us with his presence here at EPR, but boys, oh boys, this horse looking good this afternoon. How about that? A new lifetime best this afternoon over the sloppy conditions. A mile in 2:04. So congratulations, Janice. And Johnny D has done a great job driving this horse since he's come to Exhibition Park Raceway, and we congratulate another hull of a trip for number 3, Hall of a Ride, and a new lifetime best here this afternoon, 2:04. And the exactor, yeah, what a nice exactor, 3-1. Really, all you had to do was box some $31.10. Should have had my HPI account open for this one. 31 exactor, $31.10, and your triactor 3, 1, and 4 returns 22 even. So wow, got to look at that exactor again. $31.10. Card should read from the top down 2, 4, 1, and 3. The mile in 2:04. Just reviewing the fractions as well. 30 seconds, half in a minute, and 4/5. The veteran Electric Sill cutting the early pace. Then Hall of a Ride took over 3/4, 1:31 and 4, and he trotted the rest of the way on his own. The mile in 2:04 and a new lifetime mark for Hall of a Ride. So congratulations once again to owner, trainer, and breeder of Hall of a Ride, Janice Hubbard, the winner of race number 3. Up next, we've got some anxious owners and horsemen, drivers, and all around. I would take it coming up for race number 4. It's the elimination heat of the Barry O'Maciasic, worth $6,000. But of course, the goal is to make the final, of course, for next week's rich final in excess of $40,000. But you've got to make the top 4. That's the chore in front of the starters coming up next for race number 4. We've got 7 starters, and the top 4 will advance to next week's final. Just one note here in race number 4 upcoming. All the way to Cardigan. Remove the blind hood. Remove the blind bridle. We'll go with a hood and cups. So again, all the way to Cardigan. Removes a blind bridle, goes to a hood with cups this afternoon. Field of 7 starters. We're 9 minutes. And if you're just tuning in, don't forget to join our Facebook page on Facebook, the official Horse Racing New Brunswick fan page. It's available on Facebook. We'll keep you up to date on everything going on around Exhibition Park Raceway and also some other tracks as well. And follow us as well on Instagram and TikTok. And there are the selections upcoming for race number 4 for A to win over number 2, Zendaya Cougar Beach, and Fernhill Gusto. Kurt, they've selected the exact same triactor in the upcoming 4th, going to a 5-1-4 combination. They like Fernhill Gusto over Stash It Away. And for 3rd, they're going with Brumby, who we've seen here at Exhibition Park a couple of times so far this year in the New Brunswick Breeders, the Don and Ted Bremner Stakes, and back once again in the New Brunswick Breeders. So he was a winner on May the 14th here at Exhibition Park Raceway in 1:59. And he was 2nd in the New Brunswick Breeders and On the racetrack now, the starters for race number 4. First elimination of the Barrio McIsaac Stake, named in honor of Francis McIsaac and Rufin Barrio. Long-standing tradition here at Exhibition Park Raceway. Presented by Horse Racing New Brunswick. The 1, Stash It Away, owned by Reg McPherson of Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Trained by Kevin McLean, Corey McPherson driving. Number 2 is Zendaya Cougar Beach. David Dowling driving for Juanita and Alan McLeod of Brackley Beach. Dave Kelly trains Zendaya Cougar Beach from post 2. 3 is Mitch, owned by Debbie Denny. Rick McNutt, trained by George Renison. Todd Treitz driving. 4 is Brumby, owned by the Five Guys Horses and Lies of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, trained by Jamie Smith, Adam Murner. 5, Fernhill Gusto, owned by the Grayland Farm, trained and driven by Mark Campbell. 6, All the Way to Cardigan, owned by Jackie Heffernan of Glace Bay, trained and driven by Miles Heffernan. Outside 7, J.J. Xavier, owned by David Lund of Moncton, trained by Earl Smith. Brody McPhee driving from post position number 7. Field of 7. Top 4 advance to next week's final, going for over $40,000. And we'll have Curtis Johnson have a quick look at the 7 starters here in race 4.
Thank you, Scott. And yes, 2 minutes to post race number 4. Business is about to pick up. Barrio McIsaac elimination. First elimination, top 4 advance. And on screen now, Fernhill Gusto. Put him in the top spot here this afternoon. He's coming off a nice win last week in Charlottetown Division, the Maritime Breeders. 154-4. He got the best of all the way to Cardigan and Woodmere, Denver on that occasion. Of course, he races out of the Mark Campbell stable. Mark will drive the 3-year-old son of Stonebridge Terrier for the Grayland Farm of Gulf Shore, Nova Scotia. This horse has only missed the board once out of his 7 starts this year. 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, just about almost 13,000 in the bank. And he's got post 5 to work with some interesting levers on the inside of him. So we'll see what kind of trip Mark works out for him, but he always works out the best trip for his charge needed to reach maximum success. So I like him right now. He's decent odds on the board. He's second choice behind the 1. I like Fernhill Gusto at 5-2. Lines on him from last year as you look. He was an 8-time winner, 2-time second out of his 12 starts, 62,000 in the bank, 72,000 overall maritime money and stakes action over the last 2 seasons. Corey McPherson, regular pilot, gets the call from trainer Kevin McLean. Reg McPherson is your owner. The son of Pang Shui is current favorite on the board. He has rail control, and he is favorite at 4-5. Brumby on screen now. I threw him in for the catch a piece of the ticket here for a couple reasons. Obviously, I like this horse's record here. He's raced well at EPR over his starts here over the last couple seasons. I was really impressed by that trip last week in Charlottetown. He had to grind out a tough first over battle, and if you look at it, he was still only beat 2 lengths in the end after being first over. 4th place finish. Paced a nice mile, 154-4, 28-1 on the end. Definitely hard-earned trip there for Brumby. Post 4 to work with here today. Regular pilot Adam Murner gets the lines from trainer Jamie Smith for the Five Guys Horses and Lies from Charlottetown PEI. See what kind of trip that Murner works out for his horse here. Good value on Brumby right now at 5-1.
Last chance to wager on race number 4. They're moving in. Gate is getting into position, so you want to get in, folks, on this one. 4-5 favorite right now. Stash It Away at 4-5. Again, your final chance here. Don't be left out. Elimination 1 of the Barry O'Maciasic.
Quick look at the odds before they go to the gate. Stash it away. Your favorite at 4 to 5. Zendaya Cougar Beach, the 2 at 4 to 1. Value play on the 3. Mitch, 4. Brumby at 5 to 1. Fernhill Gusto, the 5 at 5 to 2. Good odds and all the way to Cardigan, if you like him, at 12 to 1. And the outside, JJ Xavier at 4 to 1. Barry O'Maciasic elimination time. Starters are in position. Wings open. Wheels are rolling. We'll send it upstairs to Scott with the race call. The first elimination of the Barry O'Maciasic.
Thanks, Kurt. $6,000 elimination. 4 advance to next week's final of the Barry O'Maciasic Stake here at Exhibition Park, presented by Horse Racing New Brunswick. Elimination 1, top of the stretch here. Stash It Away and Corey McPherson. Zendaya Cougar Beach and David Dowling. Mitch and Todd Treitz. Brumby Adam Murner. Fernhill Gusto, Mark Campbell. All the way to Cardigan, Miles Heffernan, J.J. Xavier, Brody McPhee, field of 7. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start from the inside. Stash It Away going for it. On the outside, Brumby gets away well. Zendaya Cougar Beach as well. Third into the first turn. Fernhill Gusto. He's got a seat back in 4th as they pass the 8th. Mitch racing back in 5th. And the 2 trailers all the way to Cardigan. And J.J. Xavier can see them all. They've all found a spot at the cones as they make their way to the opening quarter. And Corey McPherson has stashed it away on the front end here in elimination 1. And comfortable opening quarter, 30 and the 2/5. And racing second, Brumby. He's been here at Exhibition Park a lot this season. He's got the 2-hole trip. Here comes Fernhill Gusto. Campbell's going to try it first up, and he's advancing quickly from 3rd, off the turn and through the stretch. We got all kinds of horses getting into it now. Stash It Away, and Corey checks over his shoulder. He's got company coming on the outside. Fernhill Gusto 3rd, Brumby is 4th. The half 1:02 and 3 into the paddock turn, and on top and cutting it out, Stash It Away, but they're all into it now. On the outside, Fernhill Gusto, Brumby racing 3rd. On the outside, coming up all the way to Cardigan. Then racing J.J. Xavier, no racing room for Dowling and Zendaya Cougar Beach, and trailing Mitch. And they were by that 3rd station, 1:32 and 4. 3 wide around the turn, and Stash It Away still leading. In between horses, Fernhill Gusto as they come off the turn for home, and Stash It Away's led at every point. Fernhill Gusto still there second on the outside, and he's coming to the top now, and they're racing on the far outside. Mitch is coming on, and it looks like the top 4 are going to be Fernhill Gusto, Mitch, all the way to Cardigan, and Zendaya Cougar Beach unofficially here in elimination 1. And what a battle. And the mile 2:03 and 2. 2:03 and 2, Fernhill Gusto.
And what a home stretch battle here in the first elimination of the Barry O'Maciasic. As you've seen, Stash It Away got some not too bad fractions up front, 30 and 2, 102 and 3, 132 and 4. But then they started coming from everywhere. Fernhill Gusto raced a very tough first over grind for Mark Campbell. As you can see, Zendaya Cougar Beach
And in the win photo, it's number 5, Fernhill Gusto. Parading back now, your unofficial winner of race number 4. It's number 5, Fernhill Gusto, a 3-year-old son of Stonebridge Terror. Out of the Willowbird Dam, Helen O'Grace, owned by the Grayland Farm. Mark Campbell trains and drives. And for Fernhill Gusto, it's his 3rd win from 8 starts on the season. And this afternoon over the off track, 2:03 and 2. Fernhill Gusto. He'll be back to the final next week for over $40,000. So congratulations to Mark Campbell, trainer driver, owner of the Grayland Farm of Gulf Shore, Nova Scotia. They'll be back in the final next week, and they take elimination 1 here in race number 4 with Fernhill Gusto and Mark Campbell. There you see on your monitors the unofficial top 4, Fernhill Gusto. Mitch in that big stretch drive getting up to get the deuce. All the way to Cardigan. Also makes the final along with Zendaya Cougar Beach. But again, that's unofficial. But again, that's the top 4 posted. And if it stays that way, they'll advance to the final in next week's final of the Barry O'Macisaac in excess of $40,000. Result of race 4 now official. 4th is official. Stash It Away was 5th. Zendaya Cougar Beach 4th. Mitch was 2nd. Brumby 6th. Fernhill Gusto, your race winner. All the way to Cardigan was 3rd. JJ Xavier was 7th. Race times 30 and 2. Half in 102 and 3. Exhibition Park. And hope you're live as well, of course, in the Pick 5 betting. Card should read 5, 4, 2, 6, 1, 3, and 7. So in the finals for next week, Fernhill Gusto, Mitch, all the way to Cardigan, and Zendaya Cougar Beach. They'll be back for the final next week. Coming up next, race number 5 on your program. There are no changes. Nothing to report in the upcoming 5th race. 9 minutes to post. And a reminder, lots of simulcast action going on in our teletheater locations and right here as well in St. John. And lots of action tonight, including, of course, Red Shores. 6:30 post time with an 11- card from Red Shores. Coming up next, race number 5 on your program. There are no changes. Nothing to report in the upcoming 5th race. 9 minutes to post. Finalists right there within a length of each other. Right there shows you going to be a great final next week. Fernhill Gusto, Mitch on the far outside, 2nd all the way to Cardigan. He went a nice trip right there, 3rd. And then Zendaya Cougar Beach. Didn't get a lot of racing room for most of the mile, but made the final for next week. With David Dowling, he finishes 4th. Up next, race number 5. We're 7 minutes away. 7 minutes away here in the upcoming 5th race. We'll take a look at our handicapping selections coming up here for the 5th race. And how about that? We've all picked the same. All of us like Bet 'em again and Todd Trites to get the job done from post position number 4. And we've seen him here a couple of weeks ago at Exhibition Park in the Walter Dale Memorial. And he was a 4th place finisher on that day, but paced a nice mile here at APR in 1:57.1. He's the clear choice in the upcoming 5th. We all like Emperor and Jeff Lewis to finish 2nd off a nice trip there in Charlottetown, pacing a mile in 56.1 in his last outing. And for 3rd, we've all gone to number 2, Montrose Hope. But again, besides Bet 'em again, wide open there, I think, for the place and show money coming up for race number 5. And we're 6 minutes away. And again, 50-50 tickets are on sale, so make sure you take part. On the track now are the starters for race number 5. Condition pacers, purse of $2,500. Led by number 1, Bugger Max, owned by Gordon White and Dale Orr of St. John, trained by Gordon White. Mark Haig in the bike. 2 is Montrose Hope, owned by Harvey Holm of Alberton, Prince Edward Island. Lucy St. Amour trains John Davidson, as usual, in the bike from post 2. Emperor leaves 3 for owner, trainer, driver, Mr. Jeff Lewis. And number 4 is Bet 'em again, owned by Jeff Lilly. Blair McLaughlin, Ian McDonald, trained by George Renison. Todd Trites in the driver's seat from post position number 4. That's the field for race number 5. Purse of $2,500. We'll go to post in 4 minutes. We'll send it downstairs once again to Curtis Johnston to take a look at the starters here in race number 5. There are your monitors. The early betting choice here, number 4. And on that afternoon, Todd Trites in the bike. And he had the rail on that day and was sitting close the entire mile. Some pretty wicked fractions in that race, but finished 4th. And he's a favorite right now with Todd Trites for owner Jeff Lilly. Blair McLaughlin, Ian McDonald, George Renison trains this pacer. Son of Malicious and Todd Trites, the favorite right now.
Second selection on screen now. Thanks, Scott, for covering Bet 'em again. I agreed with you on everything you said. Helped if I turned my mic on when I talked, I guess. But on screen right now is Emperor, 5th place finish most recently in Charlottetown. 1:56.1 was his mile. Not a bad mile for the horse. 5th place finish, picked up the last check. Of course, regular pilot Jeff Lewis, who trains and also owns the 9-year-old son of Ponder. He comes in with 5 top 3s out of his 7 starts. Missed the board last time, but as I mentioned, raced well from the outside in Charlottetown. This horse, I mentioned the write-ups. This horse gets just about better every week when the season moves on. He's one of those ones that the more the weeks unfold, he just gets better and better and stronger into the summer. And I think we're going to see that again with him today. Of course, he's up against it with Bedham again to his outside, but there's no question that he'll be there for a piece of the action at the end. So Emperor currently right now second choice on the board at 5-1. On screen now, the value play, Montrose Hope, no tickets sold currently. Look, this could be one to throw in for an upset category if you're thinking. I mean, obviously, it looks like a lot of the off the pace action has been coming lately. Today with the off going, and this fella definitely will be coming from off the pace. He's a rumbler for sure. 4 times this year, top 3 out of 6 starts. Is yet to hit the winner's circle. Most recently, he was 3rd here at EPR by 7 lengths. To Rusty Riley in 2 minutes 4/5. Nice closing quarter of 30 on the end. So we'll look for some. Obviously, be looking for some speedy fractions up front, which I think you'll definitely get with Bedham again for sure. But we'll see how it shakes out with him. See if he can get into the action late in the mile. See if he can't get up and look that leader in the eye. But definitely a good value right now if you're looking for anybody other than the favorite. No tickets sold on Montrose Hope with 1 minute to go.
And the starter is called the Pacers here for race number 5, your last chance at the Mutuals for this race number 5. Hurry in.
Recap the odds before they go to the gate. Bugger Max, your rail starter, 13-1. Still no tickets on Montrose Hope. 6-1 on Emperor. Heavy favorite, as many would expect. 1-9 on Bedham again, the 4. Starters moving in position. Last chance to wager here on race number 5. Field moving in for race number 5. Moving in behind the gate. Gate is in position. Wings open, wheels are rolling. We'll send it upstairs to Scott once again with the race call. Race number 5.
And thank you very much, Kurt. Starters for the 5th race behind the gate. We got a field of 4, $2,500 purse. From the rail out, we've got Bugger Max, Mark Haig. From post 2, it'll be Montrose Hope and John Davidson. Emperor and Jeff Lewis. Post 3. Bedham again. He's got the outside post for driver Todd Trites. Field of 4. Here they come. They're off and pacing, no surprise. Todd Trites will point. Bedham again to the front end, and he's got it. Into the first turn, Bedham again has stepped out by about 3. Then Bugger Max racing second. Back in third, Montrose Hope trailing Emperor, 1/8 of a mile in. And the quick-stepping Bedham again, comfortably on the lead. Bugger Max racing second. Then looking at it from third is Montrose Hope. Emperor takes a seat. He'll watch the action from the back of the pack. And Rockin' Todd has Bedham again by that opening quarter, 30 and 2/5. He's out by a good half dozen. Then Bugger Max racing second. Here comes the patented move by Montrose Hope. He's on the outside, moving third. Emperor will take the cover and move from 4th through the stretch, racing to the half-mile point. And they've got to catch the 4-year-old son of Malicious, Todd Trite, sitting straight up on him here this afternoon. Over the off footing, they were by the half. 101 and 4 on the outside, coming to second. That's Montrose Hope. Bugger Max fighting back on the inside. 131 and 2, 29 and 3 in the third quarter, and it's all bet 'em again. And Todd Trite's leading the battle right now for second and third, off the turn for home. And it's all bet 'em again. Montrose Hope on the outside. Bugger Max, Emperor coming on late, but you can turn your page to the next race. This one is over. Bet 'em again wins it. Bugger Max hangs on for the deuce ahead of number 2, Montrose Hope. Emperor will round them out. Time for the mile. 2:02, and in a romp in the slop. It's bet 'em again. Nice trip. 2:02.
And what a display put on by Bet 'em again. Busted right to the early lead as expected. Laid down splits of 30 and 2, 101 and 4, 131 and 2, and cruising, as you can see in the slow-mo. He wins by open lengths. As Vance Cameron would say, this one was over at the draw. Bet 'em again draws away from his foes. Nice mile. 2:02 flat. Congratulations to the connections of Bet 'em again. We'll see them coming up in the winner's circle next.
And the Renison stable almost had a win in the elimination of the Barrio McIsaac, but they're off to the final with Mitch. But no doubt about it here. Number 4, Bet 'em again. Brown gelded son of Malicious out of the Largo Dam, Bet 'em Laura. Owned by Jeff Lilly, Blair McLaughlin, and Ian McDonald. Trained by George Renison. Todd Trite's in the driver's seat. And as Kurt said, this was over after the draw. Bet 'em again. A easy winner here this afternoon. What a nice trip over the conditions. 2:02 this afternoon. And Rockin' Todd scores with number 4. Bet 'em again here in race number 5. Congratulations to trainer George Renison, the owners Jeff Lilly, Blair McLaughlin, and Ian McDonald. They score here in race number 5 with number 4. Bet 'em again. Result of race number 5 is now official. Bugger Max was second. Montrose Hope third. Emperor was fourth. And Bet 'em again, your race winner. Race times 30 and 2, half in 1:01 and 4. Race number 6, number 5, Pickpocket Princess. Removes the polo wrap. Also will strap the hobbles back on this afternoon. Race 6, field of 5. Also a equipment note on number 3, J.J. Brienne. J.J. Brienne removing a barbet. Worth over $40,000 next week. We've got our first 4 starters, and we'll get the next 4 from the 7th race of this afternoon. So our next live card here at Exhibition Park next Saturday, first post at 1 o'clock. Taking a look now at our top 3 selection here in race number. I've gone to number 4, Privilege. Andrade Trites Renison looking for back-to-back wins. And I like him over number 3, J.J. Brienne, and number 2, Frontier Cruise. Pretty tight bunch, I think, in here. And Kurt, he's gone to number 2, Frontier Cruise, over number 4, Privilege, and then Pickpocket Princess for 3rd. And Gerard Smith going with the same 2, 4, and 5 combination. Post time in 9 minutes for race number 6. Your betting options are daily double for races 6 and 7. Hopefully you're still alive as well, and they pick 5 wagering. Exactor betting available, win and place, and triactors. Lots of betting options here in the upcoming 6 race, with post time coming up on 8 minutes. Less than 7 minutes now on race 6. Less than 7. And after race number 6, of course, we'll be on to the final of the afternoon's program. The Barry O'Maciasic final elimination to determine the second 4 that will advance to next week's final of the Barry O'Maciasic for 3-year-olds, both Colts and fillies. $6,000 elimination will close out the afternoon of racing here at Exhibition Park Raceway. And the starters for race number 6 now just leaving the barn area. That means post parade will be upcoming for the 6th of the afternoon, daily double wagering. If you're a daily double player, you'll want to get in races 6 and 7. Also exactor, win and place, and triactor betting here on race number 6 of the afternoon. Post parade up next. On the track now are the starters for race number 6. Number 4, Privilege, looks like we'll be just getting onto the racetrack here. Led by number 1, That's Some Plan. Owned by Bob McNeil of St. John. He does the training. David Dowling in the driver's seat from post 1. 2 is Frontier Cruise, owned by John and John Arbellevo. Mark Haig driving. 3 is J.J. Brienne, owned by John Davidson Jr. of St. John. His father-dad will drive from post number 3. 4 is Privilege, owned by Aidan Farish of Summerside, and the All for Fun stable of Truro. George Renison trains, Todd Treitz aboard. And outside 5, and she's got the hobbles back on, number 5, Pickpocket Princess. Owned, trained, and driven by Wayne Hubbard. Field of 5, race number 6. Down to 3 minutes, and we'll send it down to Curtis Johnson, and we'll have a quick look at the starters here in race 6.
Thank you, Scott. And yes, with starters for race 6 on track right now, field of 5 to contest this event. I went with your number 2 starter, Frontier Cruise, who's currently the favorite on the board. This horse comes in off of a couple of 5th place finishes. Most recent was in Truro on June the 24th. Paced a decent mile over the good track, 158 and 4. So he started off his season and bang up with a couple of wins right here at EPR in the top class, and then he hasn't won in his last win here today. Number 2, Frontier Cruise, and he is the favorite currently on the board at 1-2. Another son of Sunshine Beach on screen right now. Your second choice on the board. My second selection is Privilege. Made his maritime debut last week in Charlottetown. Left from the outside, post 7. Kind of had a hard journey. Was parked every step of her, and then understandably tired late to the 8th place finish. Paced a mile, 158 and 4. So we'll see he's back in this week now. Comes to EPR for his first try in New Brunswick. He had raced most recently before coming to the Maritimes in Rideau Carleton. As you can see, some miles in 54 and change there. George Renison trains him. Todd Treitz does the driving. We've seen that combo win earlier and almost win twice today. And we'll put him in the second selection behind Frontier Cruise. It wouldn't surprise many if he would jump up and get the job done here today. He's currently second choice on the board at 4-5. On screen now is my third selection pick, Pocket Princess. She's a value play on the board currently. She comes in off of a qualifying effort here earlier this week on June 27th over a good track. It was raining. I was down and watched the qualifier. She looked good, went all by herself, threw the hobbles back on. Kent Beattie went with her on that occasion. She went a nice mile, 2:02 flat 29-3 on the end. She has a win in second this year out of her 5 starts for owner, trainer, driver, breeder Wayne Hubbard. So we'll see who gets straps back on her today. We'll see how she does. She does have the outside post 5 to work with. Wayne might have to take an off the pace approach with her, but she's a versatile mare. She can get it done various ways. So we'll see how she is today. But she is the current value play on the board right now if you're looking to go with somebody other than the 2 favorites. Starters are going to be reporting the backstretch here. Last chance to wager on race 6. And the starters are moving into position right now for race number 6, field of 5. In this one, gate is in position, wings open, wheels are rolling. We'll send her upstairs once again to Scott with the race call. Race number 6.
Thanks very much, Curtis. We have the field of 5 in the hands of the starter now for race number 6. We have That Some Plan, Inside Post for David Dowling, Frontier Cruise and Mark Haig. JJ Brienne, she'll leave the middle of the pack here for John Davidson. Privilege and Todd Trites from 4. Pickpocket Princess, Wayne Hubbard, post 5. Field of 5, race 6. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start is expected in here. JJ Brienne busts for the early lead. Privilege on the outside. Got away well racing in second, looking for a spot. And she's got no friends so far as That Some Plan fills the hole. And Trites goes to plan B and takes it back. Race back in third goes Privilege. Then Frontier Cruise got away racing fourth. Trailing fifth, Pickpocket Princess. And Davidson stacks them up here with JJ Brienne by that opening quarter, 29-2. And she loves to front run, and JJ Brienne out by 2. That's Some Plan racing in second. Privilege back third, still single file. Then racing fourth, Frontier Cruise. And trailing the field, Pickpocket Princess through the stretch to the half, led by JJ Brienne. Johnny D on a front end mission. Then That's Some Plan, Frontier Cruise first up on the outside after a half, 59-2. Into the paddock turn they go, led by JJ Brienne. Then That's Some Plan, he's still second. Privilege back third, racing fourth. Outside is Frontier Cruise. Trailer is Pocket Princess. On to the 3/4 they go, and it's JJ Brienne. Privilege is making up ground with every stride, racing second. 3/4, 1:29-4. JJ Brienne, company coming though. Rockin' Todd and Privilege comes to call, and going right on by off the turn for home. And Privilege, JJ Brienne on the inside, but Privilege is all clear through the home stretch. JJ Brienne second, Frontier Cruise third, but Trites and Renison double up. Back-to-back wins here. JJ Brienne second, in for third, Frontier Cruise. And the time for the mile, another nice trip, 2:01 and 2. 2-1 and 2, and it's Privilege and Trites.
And we see Team Trites and Renison strike again here this afternoon. What a move with Privilege. Todd got him out during the third quarter, tracked down JJ Brienne just past the 3/4 and drew off in the stretch. As you can see, JJ Brienne laid down some pretty snappy splits, 20.
And back to the winner circle, your unofficial winner of race 6. It's back-to-back wins for Team Renison as Privilege finds the winner circle here in the 6th. He's a 6-year-old son of Sunshine Beach out of the American Ideal Dam, My American Talia, owned by Adam Farish. And All for Fun Stable, George Renison trains, Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. Back-to-back wins for Team Renison here this afternoon. And the mile in 2:01 and 2. Privilege wins the 6th. The mile in 2:01 and 2. Congratulations, Aiden Farish and the All for Fun Stable of Truro. And it's time to check your 50-50 tickets. We'll have that number coming up in just a moment. Curtis will have that number for you as we give you the official rundown now of race 6. That Some Plan was 4th. Frontier Cruise 3rd. JJ Brienne 2nd. Privilege, your race winner. And Pickpocket Princess was 5th. Race times 29 and 2. Half and 59 and 2. 3/4 129 and 4. And the mile 2:01 and 2. And Privilege and Todd Treitz back-to-back wins for trainer George Renison here in race 6. Brings us up to the second elimination of the Barry O'Maciasic. It's going to be a good one. 8 starters. So what a fabulous betting race coming up for race number 7, the finale of the day. Full field of 8. Barry O'Maciasic eliminations. 3-year-old Colts and Fillies, $6,000 on the line. But even more important, a berth in the final next week of the Barry O'Maciasic Stake. Post time in 11 minutes. Race 7.
I'll get you to check your 50-50 tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. Winner today will take home $110. This is the winning ticket number, 3869736. Once again, 3869736. You can collect your winnings from Scott. He's got your winnings here underneath the judges stand. $110 to the winner. Congratulations once again. 3869736.
India. Simulcast action continuing after our live racing. And tonight, Red Shores. Don't forget, I know a lot of players of live racing love to play the Red Shores races, and they go to post this evening at 6:30 with an 11-dash card. There are the handicapper selections for your 7th and final upcoming. And we're all on number 5, Fernhill General, to get the job done in the finale. I've gone to 6, Maximus to get the deuce over number 7, Soul Assassin for 3rd. Kurt likes a 2, KC Starlight to get the deuce ahead of number 3, Orr's Terror. And Gerard has gone 5, 6, and 8. He likes Woodmere Denver to the outside. Mark Campbell catch driving this afternoon. He's got post 8. Gerard takes him for 3rd. Early favorite on the tote board, way out to post 8. Haven't said that for a while. Way out to post 8 with number 8, Woodmere Denver. Currently at 9-5, but a great betting board there. Second choice early on is number 5, Fernhill General. He'll get a lot of action in here. Currently sitting at 8-5. And third choices, there's 3 of them. It's KC Starlight along with Woodmere Jazz, and number 7, Soul Assassin. So great betting board to finish things off here, and hope you're alive as well in the Pick 5 wagering today. This is a final leg coming up next, and more importantly, the top 4 make the final, and next week's Barrio McIsaac final, named in honor of Rufin Barrio. Of course, raced many years here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and he's also a member of the Moncton Sports Hall of Fame. And the Barrio name, of course, synonymous with harness racing. And also Francis McIsaac here, and hope you're alive as well in the Pick 5 wagering today. This is a final leg coming up next, and more importantly, the top 4. And certainly a legend here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and we honor his memory today as well in the Barrio McIsaac Stake, a long-running tradition here in the Maritimes. And Horse Racing New Brunswick proud to play host once again this season. Second elimination coming up in 7 minutes. And just checking the odds board before the starters come out here for race number 7. And the 8 horse, Woodmere Denver, still taking a lot of attention. 7-5. 7-5 choice, Woodmere Denver. And the second choice still is number 5, Fern Hill General. Starters for race number 7 now leaving the barn area. Your post parade is up next. Elimination 2 in the Barrio McIsaac. On the racetrack now, starters for our second elimination of the Barrio McIsaac Stake. It's a $6,000 eliminations with the top 4 advancing to next week's final with a full field of 8. Led by number 1, Big Time Brawler. Owned by Dr. Mitch Downey of St. John. He'll drive the son of sports writer from Post 1 for trainer Ellen Stevenson. 2 is KC Starlight, owned by Don Bishop. Bruce McDonald, Charlie Miles does the training, co-owns Stephen Treitz in the bike. 3 is Orr's Terror, owned by Dale and Robert Orr. Gilberto trains and drives. 4 is Woodmere Jazz, owned by Reg McPherson. Trained by Kevin McLean, Corey McPherson drives. 5 Fernhill General, owned by Peter Smith, Gerald Morrissey. Trained by Earl Smith, Brody McPhee in the bike. 6 Hawmac Maximus, Todd Treitz driving today for owner Walter Simmons and Wade Sorey. 7 Soul Assassin, owned by the Windermere Farms, Hollis Newson and Roger Burns. Driven by David Dowling. And outside 8, Woodmere Denver, Mark Campbell in the driver's seat for the catch drive for owners Jeff Skinner, Robert Skinner, and David Hiltz. Danny Romo trains. There you have it, folks. Field of 8. Going to be a dandy. It's the 6,000 elimination, the second one on the afternoon. Top 4 advance. Send it down to Kurt. And he'll have a look at this fantastic field coming up for the finale.
Thank you, Scott. And you are right. A fine field of 3-year-olds here.
In the afternoon, top 4 advance. Send it down to Kurt. And he'll have a look at this fantastic field coming up for the finale.
A length pace, a nice mile, 154-3. Closing quarter in 27-3. He hasn't missed the board this year out of 7 starts. Got over $12,000 in the bank. He was a 6-time winner as a 2-year-old and banked almost $39,000, over 50 large for the 2 seasons combined. He is your current favorite on the board at 6-5. Brody McPhee will get the call from trainer Earl Smith, and we'll look for him today here to advance to the final of the Barrio McIsaac. He is the current favorite, currently still at 7-5, Fernhill General. Going to call that 50-50 once again, ladies and gentlemen. Still not claimed. Scott's walking around looking for the winner. Again, the number on that was 386-9736. 386-9736. If you've got that number, that ticket, you can see Scott for your prize of $110. On screen now is the New Brunswick filly KC Starlight. She comes in off of a second place finish, most recently in Truro in a division of the Turner back on June the 10th. So she's had a bit of a rest for 3 weeks coming into this event, but she raced extremely well. She was second to the Rio Princess, who looks to be about the best filly the Maritimes has to offer in the 3-year-old season. And she finished second, nice mile, 150, 5-1 on that occasion. She draws well with post 2. Position could be key in this race with a full field of 8 and a lot of talent to her outside. So we'll see if Stephen Treitz can get her spotted well. She's a 3-year-old daughter of Source of Pride, trained by Charlie Miles. Owners Donnie Bishop, Bruce McDonald, and Charlie Miles. KC Starlight, 5-2 on the board. On screen now is Orr's Terror. She's the second of 3 fillies that are in this elimination. She comes off of a 4th place finish in Charlottetown, Maritime Breeder last week. 157-1. She was up against it. She had post 8. She grinded out a tough first over journey. Of course, as mentioned, Real Princess, we were talking about her. She controlled the whole race and went right down the road to the win. But still respectable finish, 4th place finish, 29 seconds on the end. She's 2-time winner this year out of 6 starts. $12,000 in the bank. She's now racing out of the Gilles Barrio stable. Gilles, of course, is in the bike, as you see on screen, owned by Dale Orr and Robert Orr, our local connections here for Orr's Terror. Post 3, 3-1.
And certainly a great betting board here, Kurt. And longest shot on the board right now, number 1, Big Time Brawler, coming off a lifetime best, 58-4 and 33-1 right now. And locally owned, Big Time Brawler. Another long shot, number 4, Woodmere Jazz. Surprised to see she's not taking a little bit more money. She's at 16-1. They get set on the backstretch. You don't want to miss out, folks. Last call.
And the starters are assembling on the backstretch for our 7th and final live race, second elimination in the Barrio McIsaac. Field to 8 to contest the event. Starters moving into position. Gate is in position. Wings open. Wheels are rolling. For the last time today, we'll send it upstairs to Scott Waddell with the race call. Barrio McIsaac, elimination number 2.
Thank you very much, Kurt. It's been a while since we had an 8-horse field here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and it's in the Barrio McIsaac. Second elimination, field of 8, big time brawler, Mitch Downey. KC Starlight and Stephen Trites. Orr's Terror and Joe Barrio. Woodmere Jazz and Corey McPherson. Fern Hill General, Brody McPhee. Hamac Maximus and Todd Trites. Soul Assassin David Dowling. Woodmere Denver, Mark Campbell. Here they come. They're off and pacing and going for the lead. KC Starlight outside. Woodmere Jazz leaving well. Big time brawler. Controlling rail position. Gets away racing in third. Fern Hill General fourth. On the outside driving up. That's Dowling and Soul Assassin up on the outside fifth. Then Orr's Terror sixth. Trailers early on, Max Maximus and Woodmere Denver and Brody McPhee, and the General is rolling on as they were by that opening quarter, and he's going to take command after a quarter. 29-1, that opening quarter. That'll leave Woodmere Jazz in the 2-hole. Then KC Starlight on the inside racing third as they pass the 3/8, and Soul Assassin left to fend for himself on the outside. That'll give nice cover, though, to Orr's Terror on the outside. Then it's back to big time brawler. Woodmere Denver gets underway and trailing Maximus a half. 59-4, and it's Fern Hill General on top. Then on the outside, Soul Assassin. He's been out every step. Then racing on the inside, third is big time brawler. That's Orr's Terror on the outside, tipping out 3 wide from fourth and going on third. In between horses looking for racing room is KC Starlight. They were by the 3/4. 1:30-2, Fern Hill General. KC Starlight racing second off the turn with 1/8 of a mile to go. And it's Fern Hill General off the turn for home. And he's been on top at every marker. On the far outside, Orr's Terror is coming on. Then on the inside, Soul Assassin way outside. Max Maximus might have grabbed the fourth and final spot, but it's Fern Hill General, Soul Assassin, Orr's Terror, and maybe Max Maximus in the final. And the time for the mile, 2:01 and 1.
And Fern Hill General getting the job done here this afternoon. Second elimination, the Barrio McIsaac. Brody McPhee let the dust settle early. He just got him away about fourth, waited for the dust to settle up front. Quarter pole moved him right to the front. Splits 29-1. Little breather in there, 59-2. Rolled her up to 3/4 and 1:30-2. And as you see the slow motion right under the wire, no doubt about the winner, Fern Hill General. Orr's Terror up for the deuce. Soul.
Welcoming back your second elimination winner in the Barrio McIsaac Stake. It's number 5, Fern Hill General. 3-year-old son of Malicious out of the Arts Place Dam, Noble Ellen, owned by Peter Smith, Gerard Morrissey of Prince Edward Island, Earl Smith trains, Brody McPhee in the driver's seat. And for Fern Hill General, he picks up his 3rd win from 8 starts this season. And stepping this afternoon over the off footing, 201-1. Congratulations to Fern Hill General. And he's off to the final next week here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and they'll race for over 40 grand next week. And Fern Hill General will be looking for a big piece of that next Saturday afternoon here at Exhibition Park Raceway. Fern Hill General takes elimination 2, the mile 201-1. Unofficially, your top 4. Fern Hill General, Orr's Terror, Soul Assassin, and Ha Maximus. Unofficially, those are the first 4 finishers. And we can now give you the official result of race 7. One big-time brawler was 7th. KC Starlight, 6th. Orr's Terror, 2nd. Woodmere Jazz was 8th. Fern Hill General, your race winner. Ha Maximus was 4th. Soul Assassin, 3rd. And Woodmere Denver was 5th. Race times 29-1. At the half, 59-4. 3/4, 130-2 in the mile, 201-1. Across the board, Fern Hill General, Cartridge Reed, top down, 7-6-2, 8-1-4, 3 and 5. That concludes our harness racing card for this afternoon here at Exhibition Park Raceway. And just to recap, the finalists in the Barrio McIsaac, in no particular order, are Fern Hill Gusto, Mitch, all the way to Cardigan, Zendaya Cougar Beach. We'll be joined by Fern Hill General, Orr's Terror, Soul Assassin, and Ha Maximus. So those are your starters for the Barrio McIsaac. Going to be a dandy next week. Over $40,000 purse money for the final of the Barrio McIsaac. So we thank you very much for your attendance here at Exhibition Park, and those of you watching with us online, thank you very much. We appreciate your support of live racing here at Exhibition Park, and we'll be here next Saturday to do it all over again